Shri Shri Gauranitai ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Kirchur Gopinath ki Jai. Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. We will now be singing Gaura Arati. And if you would like to sing along, we have books here. It's on page number 23, Gaura Arati. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashata Desatarine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi. Ki Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Shobha. Oh Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Shobha. Jana Vitatavane Jagamanalobha. Kibadakhi Nenitai Chan Vame Gadadhara. Nikate Advaita Shrini Vasa Chhatradhara. Vibhavasi Ache Gaurachan Ratna Simhasane. Arati Korena Brahma आदि देव गाने बनर हरि आदि करे चमारा दुलाया संझाया मुकुंदा बाशु घोषा आदि गाया एव शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला माधुरा मृदंगा बाजे परामरसाला शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर मधुर माधुर बाजे शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर मधुर माधुर बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल कि बाहु कोटि चंद्र जी ने वदाना उज्ज्वला गाला देशे बना माला करे झलमाला किबा शुक नारदा प्रेमे गदगादा शिवा शुक नारदा प्रेमे गदगादा भागति विनोदा देखे गौरार संपादा भागति विनोदा देखे गौरार संपादा गौराङ्गेरारतिकशोभा जगजनमनलोभा गौराङ्गे आरतिकशोभा जगजनमनलोभा 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 नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Krishna Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Krishna Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad Ladadaine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Shilatankanakalaye. Ito Nrsimha Parito Nrsimha. Yato yato yami tato Nrsimha. Bahir Nrsimha Hridaya Nrsimha. Nrsimha Madim Sharanam Prapade. Tava Kar Kamalavare Nakham Adbhuta Shringam Talita Hiranyakashipu Tanuvringam Keshavadrita Narhari Rupa. Jaya Jagadish Hare, Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya Nrsimhadev, 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 Jaya Nrsimhadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath ki, Shri Shri Gaura Nitai ki.
Hare Krishna. Welcome to ISKCON Toronto. Welcome to the home of Sri Sri Radha Kshirchor Gopinath. Right after this Aarti, the doors will close shortly, where Sri Radha Kshirchor Gopinath, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Devi Gaurnitai will then have their dinner and change into their night clothes and give us darshan again at 8 o'clock. But we have a very special program arranged for you today. We have visitors here all the way who travel all over the world. They've been practicing Krishna consciousness for about 6 decades now. So you can imagine it's been a long time, and we have a very special class. As you know, the Purushottam Adhik Maas is going on right now. It's a very special month, so any spiritual activity done in this month gets 1,000 times, a minimum of 1,000 times the benefit. So everyone is invited to settle in and sit down here and hear from the Bhagavad Gita. We're going to talk about a very special verse from the Purushottam Yoga chapter, and there'll be a short class, and then there'll be the 8 o'clock Aarti at 8 o'clock. So I'm going to introduce the speakers to you right now. We have His Grace, Shriman. Please take a seat right here, face this way where I am sitting. Thank you very much. We have Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We have with us today His Grace Sriman Sankarshan Das Adhikari, who has been practicing, as I said, Krishna consciousness, chanting Hare Krishna since 1968. And he is a direct disciple of His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And he, along with his good wife, Mother Vishnupriya, Her Grace Vishnupriya Mataji, travel all over the world and have visited more than 100 countries and travel all over the world 3-4 times every year, teaching people, thousands of people, about Krishna consciousness. So both of them have been practicing Krishna consciousness for a very long time, have done many different services. As you can see, there's a priest on the altar, so they are priests. Have performed this service in various temples. Mother Vishnupriya herself has been a priest in this very temple. She has been, a part of this temple as a brahmacharini. She lived in this ashram here at the very beginning of her Krishna conscious journey. And they guide thousands and thousands of people around the world through Sankarshan Prabhu's email course, which everybody can join using the URL joincourse.com, joincourse.com. So if you have your phones with you, please bring out your phones and sign up right now. Put your email address. You get one thought for the day every day. And then there'll be a class. It will be a very interactive class, so all of you can ask the questions that have been hiding within your heart that are preventing you from advancing in devotional service, or questions that will help you to advance in devotional service. All your questions will be answered till about 7:30, and then we'll wait for the altar doors to open. So, without further ado. Yes. Very good reminder. Thank you very much, Mother Sarveshwari, for the reminder that the e-course is completely free of charge and has been going on. It's the longest running email course in the history of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, and has been going on for more than 26 years, uninterruptedly, every single day. Wherever they are in the world, that email goes out. Okay? So, without further ado, I invite everybody to please take darshan and take a seat here. If you cannot sit on the floor, we have many chairs for you. You're encouraged to sit on this side of the room. And please dive in to this wonderful Krishna Katha. We'll be talking from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, verse number 18. So if you have your phones, you can bring up BG 1518, and we can dive in right away after a short kirtan.
Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjam Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjam Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Jaya Ram Hamarava Kunjam Bihari Jaya Ram Hamarava Kunjam Bihari Jaya Ram Hamarava Kunjam Bihari. So thank you all very much for coming tonight. This is the very most important place to go in all of Toronto. It's a fact. Because here you actually get connected with your actual identity. Every other place disconnects you. If you want to be connected, that's where you plug in. I've been asked tonight to speak on Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, text 18. Let's see where we are, 15, 18. 15, 18. The yoga of the Supreme Person, 15, 18. Repeat after me with feeling. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yasmatcharammatitoham Aksharanapitottama Atosmi loke vedecham Patita Purushottama Yasmatcharammatitoham Aksharadapitottama Atosmi loke vedecham Patita Purushottama Yasmatcharammatitoham Aksharadapitottama Atosmi loke vedecham Patita Purushottama. Or just read through or responsively? You read through it? Okay. The word for word meaning, yasmat, because, charam, to the fallible, atita, the transcendental, aham, I am, aksharat, beyond the infallible, api, also, cha, and uttama, the best. Atah, therefore, asmi, I am, loke, in the world, Vede, in the Vedic literature, cha, and pratita, celebrated, Purusha Uttama, as the Supreme Personality. Translation and purport. By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Tri Dandi Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada. Because I am transcendental, beyond both the fallible and the infallible, because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as that Supreme Person, purport. No one can surpass the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, neither the conditioned soul nor the liberated soul. He is therefore the greatest of personalities Now it is clear here that the living entities and the Supreme Personality of Godhead are individuals. The difference is that the living entities, either in conditioned state or in the liberated state, cannot surpass in quantity the inconceivable potencies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is incorrect to think of the Supreme Lord and the living entities as being on the same level or equal in all respects. There is always the question of superiority and inferiority between their personalities. The word Uttama is very significant. No one can surpass the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The word Loke signifies in the Parosha, Adgama, and the Smriti Shastras. As confirmed in the Nirukti dictionary, Lokate Vedarho Nena. The purpose of the Vedas is to explain by the Smriti scriptures. The Supreme Lord and his localized aspect of Paramatma is also described in the Vedas themselves. The following verse appears in the Vedas, Shanjoga Upanishad 8:12-3, Tavad Esha Samprasado Smach Sarirat Sambhutaya Parang Jyoti Rupam Sampadya Svena Rupana Benishpade Sa Uttama Purushaha. The super soul coming out of the body enters the impersonal Brahmajyoti. Then in his form he remains in his spiritual identity. That supreme is called the Supreme Personality. This means that the Supreme Personality is exhibiting and diffusing his spiritual effulgence, which is the ultimate illumination. That Supreme Personality also has a localized aspect as Paramatma. By incarnating himself as the son of Satyavati and Parashara, he explains the Vedic knowledge as Vyasadeva. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jata Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sham Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadhaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Sham Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Smamaniti Namine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Because I am transcendental, beyond both the fallible and the infallible, and because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as that Supreme Person. So Krishna is making it very clear here, he's not one of us. He's in a different category. He is God and we are the servants of God. There's some philosophers called the Mayavadis. They're very popular in India. And they're also sticking their nose into the Western world as well. I first met one of those Mayavadis at the Methodist Student Center in Austin, Texas, as a student. He said, this is Swami Satchidananda, he said, I'm God, you're God, we're all God. Well, I tried it. It didn't work. I also read a book by Alan Watts. He said, is called the book. And in, quote, the book, unquote, he said, you are God, but right now you're playing hide and go seek with yourself. Just come out of hiding and be God once again. So I tried it. It didn't work. I couldn't pull it off. For 2 or 3 days, I walked around and I'm God, floating around the iron God cloud. I'm God, I'm God, I'm God. But things weren't going the way I want them to go. What's this? If I'm God, why things aren't happening the way I want them to happen? I realize it's just a bunch of nonsense, you see. So we're fortunate His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada has given us the Bhagavad Gita as it is with any kind of Mayavadi interpretation that I'm God, you're God, we're all God. Very clearly stated by Krishna, I am the Supreme Person. Look at it this way. If we're all the Supreme Person, there is no Supreme Person. If I'm the Supreme Person, you're everybody's the Supreme Person, there is no Supreme Person. Supreme means greatest. If we're all the greatest, there is no greatest, you see. It's all on an equal footing. So this idea that we're all God is not even logical. It's not scriptural, it's not logical, it's impractical. But there is a Supreme Person, and we're all His servants, that's practical. And Bhagavad Gita teaches us the science of how to make it practical. I was noticing with interest in the shloka, Purushottama, the final word. Actually, Uttama, Purusha, it's a combination of Purusha and Uttama. Uttama means supreme, Purusha means person. Uttama, Tama means darkness of the material existence, Ut means beyond. So this word Uttama is quite interesting. Compare it with the English word ultimate. See the connection, ultimate and Uttama? So Krishna is Purusha ultimate. And of course, Prabhupada told us Sanskrit is the mother of all languages. Even in the heavenly planets, they speak Sanskrit. To the modern scholars, they accept it? No. They don't accept it. And these mundane scholars do not accept that Sanskrit is the mother of all tongues. Nor do they accept that the Vedic culture is the whole planet at one time. As a student, I studied the mother of modern civilization, the Greeks and the young Romans. That's what they taught us, the Greeks and the Romans. So they don't understand the history, actual history. They don't understand the history that the Greeks and Romans, they are Kshatriya, fighting spirit. They were actually fled India during when Lord Parashurama was killing all the renegade Kshatriyas. They headed out for what's now Europe. They get the hell out of there. So actually the whole planet was, we call it Bharat. The whole planet was called Bharatvarsha. And there was one country ruled from what is now called Delhi. It was Hastinapur. That was the capital of the whole world. Actually, we're all Indians. The whole planet is Indians. When Christopher Columbus discovered America, he called the natives Indians. So we call them the Red Indians. That's a term we use in America, the Red Indians. But actually, we're all Indians. There's no one. The whole thing is Indian culture. But it's been forgotten now in India. Now they're running after money, 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 sweeter than honey. But Prabhupada, he saw that in India they're after money by hook or by crook. But he had this vision, there must be some people in America who are disappointed with this, the culture of their fathers and grandfathers. He actually had a vision of the hippies before he even left India. There must be somebody in America who's fed up with this material culture. And Krishna sent him there, and sure enough, he met them. And they joined in, thousands joined him. I'm one of them. We joined, we're fed up with the culture of mothers and fathers, you see. There was a popular song in those days, come mothers and fathers throughout the land, your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. So we rejected the culture of our fathers and mothers, and we looked for something better, and Prabhupada came and gave it to us, you see. Krishna consciousness movement, you see. The Krishna consciousness movement can save the whole world, but how do you do that? You got to save ourselves, you see. You become Krishna conscious, You become fully submitted to Krishna, and then simply by your thoughts, words, and deeds in all times, places, and circumstances, you will personally have a revolutionary impact on world history. It's pretty amazing, huh? Even taking care of your kid, you can have a revolutionary impact on the whole world. You can talk about Krishna to your husband, to your wife, to your kids, to your neighbors, to your relatives, your uncles, your aunts, your grandparents, your grandchildren. Just talk about Krishna. Get together, have a little kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. You can make a rare revolution right in your own living room by chanting Hare Krishna. You're having an uplifting impact on the whole world. So what we want to do is get reconnected with Krishna. The problem is we're now disconnected. This microphone is very nice. And without straining my throat, I can broadcast all over the room. You see. If you unplug it, it's nothing. You see. So we're unplugged, we're nothing, more or less nothing. But when you're plugged in, boom, you see. So plug into Krishna, and you'll taste the bliss. Why? Why would I taste the bliss by plugging into Krishna? Do you know why we taste the bliss plugging into Krishna? Do you have any idea why? I'll tell you why. Because actually, your actual identity is not your body. Look at it like this. Do you say, I nose or my nose? I ear or my ear? I knee or mine? You say my. You see, my means the I is separate. So actually your body is not you, that you say my. You don't say I body, you say my body. By simple psychology, you can understand you and the body are different, isn't it? So try to understand, in Sanskrit we call that Atma. You see, the Sanskrit, the original science of psychology is given in the Vedas. Nowadays they have so-called psychology, but it actually, what happens? Become more crazy. Because the psychologists are crazy, and you go in for psychological counseling, you went in crazy, they come out even more crazy. That's the problem with modern psychology. Of course, if you're a Krishna conscious psychologist, it can differ. We have one of our students, Dr. Dennis in Austin, he's studying to be a psychologist. Now that person can actually have a good impact, because he knows how to, he will know how to introduce Vedic psychology into the modern day psychology. So. But anyway, the point I was really trying to make, ladies and gentlemen, and little baby here, the point I'm trying to make is this, and these kids over here, the real point I'm trying to make is this, you see. Your actual identity as Atma is Satchidananda Vigraha. As Krishna is eternal, full of knowledge and bliss, you also, being qualitatively one with Krishna, have the same qualities. Just like, I'll give you the example, a drop of water in the whole ocean. Isn't it? Now, quantitatively, are they the same? No. You can't float a ship on a drop. You can put it in the ocean. But qualitatively, if you look at the chemical composition of that drop, it's the same as the entire ocean. You can't, the different qualities, the different chemicals available in the drop, the same percentage of chemicals are there in the entire ocean. So qualitatively, the ocean and the drop are one and the same. So qualitatively, you are one with God. So qualitatively, you aren't God. You are qualitatively God and quantitatively not God. This is called simultaneously one and different. So what are the qualities of God? Brahmaji says, Satchidananda Vigraha. That person, Ishvara Padama, he's eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. So just as that Supreme Person is eternal, full of knowledge and bliss, you are also eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. So, would you like to be eternal, full of knowledge and bliss? Would anybody not like to be eternal knowledge and bliss? We'd all love to be. Well, you already are, but you forgot it. You lost contact with your actual identity. Can you imagine you've lost contact with your own identity? You're like a lost kid who ran away from home. He forgot who his father was. He ran away home and he had suffered from amnesia out in the forest somewhere. He doesn't remember. We all suffering from amnesia. We forgot that we're actually Krishna's servants, eternal spiritual beings. We forgot. And now we're bewildered. I'm getting sick, I'm getting old, I'm dying. Oh my God, what's happening here, you see? We forgot. So the bona fide spiritual master reminds you who you actually are. You're not that body, that male body, that female body, that Indian body, that Canadian body, or whatever. You see, that's not you. You're an eternal spiritual being, qualitatively one with God. So here's the beauty of it, my dear devotees, actually you're all devotees. You may not know it, but you're a devotee. You may not know it, you're actually a devotee of Krishna. That's your constitutional identity. So my dear devotees, the fact is that since by hearing Hare Krishna mantra, hearing Bhagavad Gita philosophy, hearing from the lotus lips of the bona fide spiritual master, that will bring you back, it's a psychological technique actually, that will bring you back into contact with your actual identity as an eternal spiritual being. Therefore, it's recommended, hear. The more you hear, the more you become enlightened. The more you become enlightened, the more you become ecstatic. Your position is to taste unlimited ecstasy at every minute, in all times, places, and circumstances. At the temple, and your job, and the commute, at school, wherever you may be, you're meant to experience unlimited ecstasy at every minute. You see, whether you're a little baby or whatever you may be, you see. You're meant to relish unlimited. Even the child within the womb can be enlightened. Did you know that? If the mother is chanting Hare Krishna, the kid, even in the womb, is getting enlightenment. You see. So take advantage of this process. Chant Hare Krishna as much as you can. Think about Krishna, talk about Krishna, study these wonderful books of His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, especially Bhagavad Gita. Read this Bhagavad Gita. What do we say? What is that slogan? Gotta get a Gita, gotta get a Gita, gotta get a Gita. If you don't have one, you gotta get a Gita. Because this book, even if you just keep this book and with respect, just keeping this book very nicely on your bookcase, even keeping it respectfully, you make spiritual advancement. Even if you don't read it, it's so powerful. Just by seeing the book, you make spiritual. Of course, you should read it, get even more benefit. But even keeping the Bhagavad Gita on a nice place in your home, very respectfully keeping it, even that respectfully keeping the book, you're actually serving Krishna by doing that, you see. So the process is not difficult. It's a very simple thing. You just have to do it. It's called Bhakti Rasa, Bhakti Yoga. You just have to practice it. It is not difficult. Beginning with the tongue, chant Hare Krishna, take prasadam, and your life will be sublime. So, there's so many things we can say. Krishna is because I am transcendental beyond the fallible and the infallible. What does that mean? Krishna says I'm beyond the fallible and the infallible. What does Krishna mean? Well, those of us in the material world, we're very fallible people. We make so many mistakes. Our senses are imperfect. We make mistakes. We're illusion. We're cheaters. There's so many things wrong with us, you see. So we are fallible, but Krishna is beyond us. Even the infallible, those who are pure devotees, who are completely free from all defects, they are also subordinate to Krishna. It's not that you become spiritually perfect, you become God, like the Mayavadis teach. In your illusion state, you're not Krishna. Even your liberated state, also you're not Krishna. This is the point. Krishna is celebrated both in this world and the Vedas as that Supreme Person. So the Vedic literatures, they all point to Krishna as the Supreme. But why be interested in the Vedic literatures? The Vedic literatures are the prime knowledge behind that explains everything about our existence and how to perfect our existence. The Vedas are the original knowledge on this universe. And in the multi-universes, this Vedic knowledge is the original knowledge. It explains everything perfectly. The Bhagavad Gita is part of that Vedic knowledge. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Chant Hare Krishna, little boy. Go Hare Krishna. Okay, does anybody have any questions? If not, there's so many things I can explain in more detail. Questions are welcome. Anybody have any? Here we go, a question.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much for today's class. My question is, here in this verse, Krishna says that I am Purushottam.
I am devotional service?
Yeah. No, he says that he's Purushottam, like we say Krishna is like Leela Purushottam and Lord Ram says I am Maryada Purushottam. So Purushottam term can be used for all the incarnations of Lord Vishnu or just for Krishna only?
Krishna says, I am Purushottam, like that term.
On the Supreme Person. On the Supreme. Huh?
Lord Ram says, I am Maryada Purushottam.
Lord Ram is also Krishna. You know the sloka? Raman Nimrujajalane Amena Tishtanna Navadavaro Vishake Sukintu Krishna Swayam Samamamat Paramapamam Yogo Vindamari Purusham Dhamamajamim. Agrosha Govinda the private, the Lord who manifests himself personally as Krishna, different avatar in the form of Rama, Shringabama, etc., is his subjective portions. So Krishna is the source of all these avatars. Krishna, when he wants to have when he wants to have different types of pastimes, he comes in different forms, as Lord Ram, the Shringadev, etc. It's the same person, Krishna, but he has different. Sometimes he wants to rip apart a demon with his fingernail, so he becomes the Shringadev. It's Krishna himself having different pastimes for his pleasure pastimes, actually. You see, Radharani, his girlfriend, not his wife. He must have a wife also. In Dwarka he had 16,000 wives, but he must have one wife type of life also. Instead of multi marriages. He must have one. He must have life. He only has one marriage, so he appears as Lord Ram to have only one wife in that pastime. It's Krishna's desire to joy in many different ways. That's all.
Thank you, Ram.
We also wanted to know, can we call everybody Purushottam? Ram, Krishna, can all of them be called Purushottam?
Of course, they're all the Supreme Person. The Ram is just like we chant Hare Ram. It's Balaram and Lord Ramachandra. So yeah, it's all the Supreme Person. That's right. They're all the Supreme Person. Anything else? Anything else? Yes.
Everyone is Purushottama. Krishna and his incarnations all are same. But one thing we have to remember, when we have Hare Krishna mantra, one time you say Hare Krishna, you have already said 3 times Ram. And one time you say Krishna, you have centered already 1 Shastra Vishnu Nam. So you want to take the easy path, or you want to go around beating the bush, long journey. That's your choice. So when we are chanting, how many times we chant Hare Krishna and how many times we have chanted? In one mantra, there is 4 Krishna, 4 Rama. So how many times we have chanted Vishnu Sahasranam? And how many times, also 3 times when we say Ram, we have chanted one Vishnu Sahasranam. So calculate that and see how much benefit we get it from chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Okay? I'm not a calculator, so you calculate, you do it.
Anything else? Yeah.
Many people have been asking us, what is the best thing we can do in this Purushottam month? And what is it that we can do given that we have only a few days left now?
What is the best thing that can be done in Purushottam month, especially when there are only few days left?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare, much as possible. The more you chant, the more you become enchanted. The more you become enchanted with the material, with Krishna, the less you become enchanted with the material energy. Right now we're enchanted by the material energy, isn't it? So we have a way to get free from the attachment with the material energy, is become more and more enchanted by the spiritual energy. So this is a very good opportunity to increase your chanting, increase your reading, increase your visiting the temple, increase every aspect of Krishna consciousness practice. And that will help you to become less and less entangled in the snares of Maya. Sattvagun, Tamagun, Rajagun. They're like ropes. Guna means rope. So right now, We're roped by Sattva-gun, Rajagun, Tamagun. We're tied hand and foot in these ropes, these modes of nature. So the more you become Krishna conscious, absorbed in hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, those ropes become loosened, more and more loosened, and more loosened. So you're no longer a prisoner, you see. The ropes get loosened enough, you can just get free from them, you see. Loosen those ropes of the modes of nature, becoming more and more attached to Krishna. It used to be so close, you can just throw them away. Right now, we're like this, very tightly bound by the ropes. They become very loose, you can just go, let go of the damn thing. Isn't it? Yeah.
Purushottam month is for doing yajna. Yajna means austerities. And if one wants to do the austerity, even the few days left, one can do japa yajna. Krishna represents japa yajna. So this yajna is very easy. Anybody can do any place, anytime.
So the purpose is not difficult. We make it difficult, that's the difficulty. Because of our lack of determination, we make it difficult. We all know the story of the little sparrow. Her legs were stolen by the ocean, and she wanted to get them back, but the ocean refused to give the legs back. So he was determined, I will dry up this ocean one drop at a time. She'd run down to the ocean, pick up a drop or two, go back and forth, deposit on the land, and there was no way she could ever dry up the ocean. Everybody was laughing. Just see that stupid little bird, she's going to run herself to death. But then her big brother heard about this. Who's her big brother? Garuda. He wasn't very happy what was going on, so he came flying in on Garuda Airlines. He told the you give those eggs back immediately, you rascal ocean. I'm going to dry you up by mystic power, you see. So maybe it may seem difficult to get free from the shackles of Maya, but if you're very determined, like the little sparrow was determined, she's actually our Siksha Guru who's teaching us by her example. If we have that determination of little sparrow, then Krishna Prabhupada, spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, all the previous acharyas, they will bless us with their Shakti to get us liberated from the tangles of Maya, become liberated souls. You can see Krishna face to face, eye to eye. Isn't it? So, anybody have any doubts about this process? Any doubts about the movement? Any difficulties? Anybody have any difficulties on the path of bhakti? What's your difficulty? Let's hear what your difficulty is. How you can help you over your difficulty.
So Prabhu mentioned that we should, what should we do in the Purushottam Mass, right?
We already answered that question. Become more Krishna conscious.
Yeah, right? So we should chant more rounds and...
More rounds, more reading, more visiting the temple, everything. Increase everything as much as possible.
So Prabhu, when we are doing our like our personal bhakti, like sadhana bhakti, and we are also doing our some morning programs and some of the activities and services in the temple. So how should we balance while in the Purushottam Mass? Like we have to do our personal sadhana also into like more, and we should also balance our temple service. So how can we do it?
How to balance personal sadhana like chanting with temple services?
The more the merrier. Increase both of them. The more your own sadhana improves, the better quality service you can do at the temple, and the better quality service at the temple means you can do better personal sadhana also. So they feed into each other. Just like I am doing temple service by giving a lecture here at the temple. You see. And then I go back to where I'm visiting now, with Mahabhagavat Prabhu, and I have my chanting, my reading, my writing. They both help each other. So increase both of them. Increase both the quality and the quantity of both of them as much as you possibly can. And they'll help each other become more powerful, more powerful, more powerful. Hare Krishna. Anything else? Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, once again thank you for today's lecture. I actually recollect a doubt from yesterday's lecture. Can I ask you that? So, after I asked you doubt yesterday regarding chanting, the difference between mechanical chanting and chanting with intensity and love, and I understood it and it was amazing. But after that another doubt came, which was a lot of time in a lot of lectures speakers have told that okay, you are not able to develop intense chanting, just do mechanical chanting. Slowly you will go towards intense chanting. So is the process work like that, or there's a switch in us which just clicks on its own and then we start intense chanting? Or is there any right pathway to that? If there is, then I would like to learn about the right pathway to chanting.
Yesterday, you were explaining about mechanical chanting and intensive chanting. He had asked a question, he understood the answer. Follow-up question is, a lot of speakers say that if you're not able to do intensive chanting, do mechanical chanting, and he's trying to understand what's the pathway to go from
I'll give you an example. Just like when I learned how to play Madanga, I'm not very good, but I can play a few beats. I got a book called How to Play a Madanga. It's some simple beat, teeny, teeny, ta, boom, 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 boom. And I learned those beats, and now, once I learned those beats, I started going and spontaneously adding boop, boop, toot, 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 toot. So if you can just do a few things mechanically and really mechanically do them really pakka, then you go, oh wow, this is pretty cool. I can get into a little more. So the mechanical is good because it helps you get started in the process, you see. The simple example of the kid learning how to walk. Come on, little Amit, you can do it. Come on, give it a try. We're going to help you. Just stand him up. Just try to do it. Come on, Amit, you can do it. I don't know. Come on, you can do it. All right, let me try. Jai Haribol. He made 3 steps before he fell down. And try again, little Amit. So the parents encourage him. Isn't how they do it, or they do it on spontaneously? I didn't raise any kids. Only 400 disciples. But they stand up on their own, or the parents encourage him in the beginning? How's it done? You encourage them? So it's not spontaneous, it's mechanical in the beginning. But then they become Olympic runners. But you see, the mechanical is good to get you started. But once you go, wow, this is really amazing. Wow. It's much better than crawling on all 4s. Oh, this is pretty cool. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, and the whole world starts lighting up. Wow, this is amazing. It's mystical. So do it mechanically, that's great. And whenever you're not inspired, do it mechanically. But sometimes the inspirations will come to encourage you, but it may have to go back to mechanical again, but inspirational, mechanical, but gradually, in the beginning it's 1% 1% inspiration and 99% mechanical. But gradually it's 92 inspirational, 98% mechanical, and gradually boom, 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 you get 100% inspirational eventually. You understand the difference? Yeah. Just like even in a lecture, sometimes it's mechanical. You read the purport, but it becomes inspirational also. You just become, wow, this is, Krishna starts giving you all kinds of inspiration to share with the audience. Preachers know this too. In the beginning, you say, well, I'm not this body. You go, I'm not this body. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God, Aham Brahmasmi. In the beginning, a preacher is reciting a few verses. He's not very inspired, but let me try to do something. And then gradually get awesome and enlightenment. Oh, wow, let me share this with the audience, you see. It's like that too. Even in giving lectures, it's the same principle applies. Whether speaking madanga, walking, any aspect of Krishna consciousness. Does that help you? Make sense?
I can ask,
Anything else? Yeah.
ask you, does everybody has to do mechanically to begin? If one is not wanting to chant, then they can begin mechanically also, try to do it. But one who can get inspiration to do it straight as a yagya, that is also fine. It's not that everybody has to, is it that? Not that everybody has to start mechanically.
Well, for some,
For some it is.
For some, it may not be a candle in the beginning. It's like Prabhupada said that picking up Krishna consciousness means that picking up one left off from one's previous lifetime. But in sometimes it's by the association of a pure devotee. But the general principle of taking it up means to carry over from a previous lifetime. So the inspiration was already there. I know for me, I had obviously some connection with a previous lifetime. A friend taught me the Maha Mantra, and then I started offering my food to a picture of Radha and Krishna, without even being told to do that. So it was an inspiration for me to offer my food to Radha and Krishna, a beautiful picture of Radha Govinda, offer my food to them. So obviously I had some connection from a previous lifetime. So if you had, generally people have some inspiration from a previous lifetime. So they get inspired from the very beginning. But it's not pure inspiration, it's mixed with all kinds of junk from material association. So you got to do both. But if you can be fully inspired, that's great. We bow down at your feet. It's great. Anything else? Some are not so inspired, they left. They were sitting here mechanically, and now they got up and left. But those who are inspired, they stay. We try to inspire you in the mechanical, become inspired, but it doesn't work sometimes. They get up and leave anyway. But we try our best to inspire everyone to get enlivened and enthused. Wow, Krishna Bhakti Ki. You see, like, next.
Hare Krishna, thank you for the beautiful class. In this verse, Krishna is mentioning that I am greater than the infallible, I mean the pure devotees of the Lord. But on one other side, we see in Krishna Lila, Krishna becomes subordinate to Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. So he becomes under the care and complete shelter. So how do we understand this irony when Krishna is saying that he is the greatest of all, but here he is becoming subordinate of his pure devotees?
In this verse, Krishna is saying, I am the greatest of all, greater than the infallible, but then he also becomes subordinate to Mother Yashoda. How do we understand what he says?
That's his desire. Krishna likes to enjoy. He's a supreme enjoyer. He enjoys having girlfriends. He enjoys being a little kid in the lap of, even the lap of Putana. He enjoys in all kinds of ways. Who can say, well, Krishna, you can't enjoy in that way. You're not enjoying that. Who would say you can't enjoy in that way? Krishna likes to enjoy all kinds of rasas. That's his nature. He's a supreme enjoyer. And however he wants to enjoy, that's his business, not our business to decide. Well, you shouldn't enjoy in that way. No, he wants to enjoy being the chastised son of Mother Yashoda. He wants to be scolded and carry Nanda Maharaj's wooden slippers on his little baby head, carrying him across the room, struggling to carry little slippers to his father Nanda Maharaj. It's his ecstasy to do such thing. You see? His ecstasy. You see? Even the example, Prabhupada gives the example, you all know the story of Prime Minister Gladstone? So anyway, one big man, this is the Prime Minister of the British Empire, big. Before, when it was very big in the old days. Now it's shrunk down not much. The British Empire was a humongous empire. Prime Minister Gladstone was the big, second to the king of overruling this whole thing. So one gentleman had an appointment with the Prime Minister Gladstone, and he's waiting. The appointment time came. He kept looking at his watch, but 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late, 15, 20, a half hour late. What's going on there in the office? He peeked through the door, and there was Prime Minister Gladstone on his hands and knees with a little grandson in the back. The grandson was going, giddy up. He was playing a horse for his grandson. That was more fun than being the Prime Minister of the British Empire. So even in an ordinary human being, you can see this. He found more pleasure being a horsey for his grandson, he's the Prime Minister of the British Empire. So if it's there in an ordinary person, how much is there in Krishna? You understand? How much more is in Krishna? Anybody else inspired? Here we go. Inspiration, ki jai.
Can you explain what Brahma Jyoti means?
Can you explain what Brahma Jyoti means?
Brahma Jyoti, Brahma means spiritual and Jyoti means light. So Krishna has an effulgence emanating from his body. And that effulgence lights up the entire spiritual world. So there's some who don't want to be a servant of God, but they're attracted to the idea of the spiritual world. They are attracted to the light of Krishna. They're called Brahmadoti Vadis or Mayavadis. They want to enter into that light and become one with that light. It's called. They actually can achieve that liberation through great penances and austerities for thousands and millions of lifetimes. They can achieve that perfection called impersonal Brahman realization. But because they're not actually situated in their eternal rasa with Krishna, patanti and all, they fall back to material existence again. Does that help a little bit? Yeah. It's described by Brahmaji, Pantastakasi sabazat sabazambagam yovayor vatapi manasomuni bangavanam sopiyastayat papachanyavachatatat vegovinnavadi purusham tamaham vajami. Like Risha Govinda, the prime name of the Lord. Only the tip of the toe, whose lotus feet is approached by the yogis who aspire after the transcendental, and betake themselves of pranaya, or by the jnanis who try to find out the non-differentiated Brahman by the process of elimination of the mundane, extending over thousands of millions of years. So they don't actually enter the spiritual world. They're right at the border. It's like somebody wants to come to Canada, right? They don't really have a visa. But somehow they got on the plane without a visa. They let somebody make a mistake. So he rides in Canada, and he's in Canada, right? Here I am in Toronto at what's it, Pearson Airport? I'm in Pearson, I'm here. But he didn't have a visa, so they put him on a plane back to India. He was in Canada, but not in Canada. You see the difference? So those Mayavadis emerged into the spiritual light. They're in the spiritual realm, but not in the spiritual realm. They didn't have a visa. Visa means bhakti. They got to the spiritual world, but they didn't actually have a visa. They rebooted back to the material world. They get some time in the Brahmajyoti. It's like they may spend a time, but may give the guy a little kindness. They didn't go to a restaurant and have a few meals at the airport and then put him in the next plane. Be a little kind to the poor guy. He flew all the way from India. Let him have at least a few minutes in one of the snack bars and then him back on the plane. So Krishna gives him a few minutes of being merged in the light, but then patanti and how back to the material world. So we're not interested in that Brahman realization. It's a waste of time, and it's very difficult to achieve. Can you imagine trying to merge into the light? Trying to merge. Now, actually, I was taught by a guru to try to do them. I rejected him. But he said, here's your way to become self-realized. Turn off the light and meditate on a candle. So you can, in other words, the idea is you got to merge into the candle, right? Merge into that light. Meditate on the candle. I'll sit and look at the candle. It didn't work. I burned the lessons I burned the lessons of that bogus guru. You see? So I bet the real guru, Prabhupada, who taught me how to actually in the spiritual world. Mantra Vimana, the mantra airplane. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. It takes you beyond the light, takes you beyond the Vaikuntha planets, where there's four-armed Vishnu, takes you directly to Goloka Vrindavan, where Krishna and Radharani are having their eternal pastimes. The Jamuna, the Govardhan, it's all there. You can enter it just by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 and never fall down ever. So it's much a better deal than merging into the light. Anything else? Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for this class. I'm going to ask you an off-topic question. Is that okay if you can give me some guidance?
An off-topic question, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So Prabhuji, what if one avoids certain types of sevas because they have a lack of talent in something? I'm speaking about myself. So for instance, singing or playing instruments, that's a seva that I've always avoided any type of arti. So how do I get past this feeling of incompetence to do this type of seva? For instance, a few weeks ago, I went to ISKCON Alachua to meet my spiritual father and my god family. And I went to a Gaur Arti and there was hardly any devotees there. So at that time, I was voluntold to sing. And I don't know the arti properly because I've always been in the background, always singing with the audience because I never thought I would ever be in that position. And then afterwards, I felt horrible and my to pause.
Let him catch up, because I can't hear him. I have hearing defect.
Okay.
Let's catch up. What does it say?
So she's saying, how do we get over the incompetency feeling about not being able to do service? For example, singing, she got an opportunity, but she felt I was not qualified enough, because I never sang. So, and she felt bad afterwards. And, oh, I had an
The more you feel unqualified, the more you're qualified.
I'm more qualified.
Understand? The more you feel qualified, that's your disqualification. The more you feel unqualified, just depend on the mercy of Krishna. Just like, what is that verse? Mukam karoti vachalam pangunamate girim yat kripatamaham vandeshi guru tanataranam. By the mercy of the spiritual master and Krishna, one who cannot give, who really can't speak very well, he can deliver even a dumb man who can't speak at all. He can give eloquent speeches, and a lame man can cross over a mountain. So the more you feel incompetent and disqualified, guess what? For the mercy of Guru and Krishna, become the most qualified person.
Thank you. But how do I move past that, Maharaj? Because sometimes I feel like I'm not good enough, and so I prefer to work on things that I'm good at.
She prefers to do things that she's good at, and what she feels is incompetent.
That's all right. We don't mind. We don't mind if you're good things you're good at. No, I have no problem with that. But you have to be willing to do the needful also. Say, well, I'm not qualified to do that. I'm not qualified to clean the toilet. I can only do kirtan. I'm very qualified to lead kirtan, but I'm not good at cleaning the toilet. So somebody else can clean the toilet, I'll do kirtan. No, you become an expert toilet cleaner also.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Please fill it and give some more detail.
If you only understand what is happening is by Krishna's mercy, if somebody gives you a service or somebody asks you to chant, it's coming by Krishna's mercy. Whether you are qualified or not, if you take it, Krishna will energize you to do everything properly. Understand, everything, not a blade of grass, moves without Krishna's sanction.
Anything else? We got a couple of minutes left before the book sale opens up.
I can go to
Yeah.
You were mentioning about how we can serve the Bhagavad Gita by placing it nicely at home.
Yeah.
Is that a pre-qualification for us to take Bhagavad Gita and read it? Like to be able to place it nicely?
No. Bhagavad Gita, no matter how you approach it, you make spiritual progress. It's transcendental. Any way you approach it is very good. You know, just by accident. You just happen to walk by the room and they're giving a class on Gita. You don't even know anything about it. You just walk in and hear it for 5 minutes. Even there's any way you approach Bhagavad Gita, it's transcendental, it's absolute. Anything else?
I have a follow-up. Sorry. I have a follow-up question on what Sudarshan Prabhu just asked. So during book distribution, we usually, when we give away Gitas to the people, some of the traditional Hindus, they don't accept it. They said, I don't want to touch it because I've just eaten meat, or my hands are not clean, my body is not clean. So how do we understand that? Should we give them, or how do we understand that?
When he goes out for book distribution, a lot of people object, saying, I will not touch the Bhagavad Gita because I just ate meat, or I'm unclean. How do we address them? How do we give them the book or not?
Only give the book to pure devotees, right? I'm being sarcastic. Only give the book to pure devotees, right? And actually the most sinful of all sinful, give to the Jagais and Madais. Give everyone. That's the mercy of the Vaishnava. You approach even the Jagais and Madais. Prabhupada came to the hippies. They were all sinful. They had their girlfriends, their LSD, everything. Prabhupada gave the hippies. They were the leaders of our movement. They were hippies with free love and LSD. They became the leaders of ISKCON. So be very kind to everyone like Prabhupada was, he said. Be very kind to everyone. But if saying that means hypnosis from India, right? I can't touch it because I'm a meat eater. So this will purify your meat eating habit. Go ahead and touch it. Become purified. Once you touch Gita, you won't want to eat meat again. Go ahead and touch it. But no, I want to touch it. I'd rather eat meat than touch the Bhagavad Gita. So anyway, our time is up. If there's any last question, if not, we can begin it. So thank you all very much. Here we go. No, it's scratching. Okay. All right, that's it. My books are here. They're going to make some announcement about the books. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. So before they came here, they went to a place, a tiny little place called Russell, Ontario. Okay, have anybody heard of Russell, Ontario? Okay, in that Russell, Ontario, which is practically a village compared to Toronto, they distributed 30 of these books. So Gurudev gave me a challenge. Do you think you can distribute more than 30? I said, I think so. Toronto is slightly bigger than Russell. So we have very few people here, but these books are very special. There's the Divine Love Memoir, which is the journey of a young American boy with no knowledge of Krishna consciousness, officially speaking, but who is now purely serving Krishna every day. And this is a picture of a young Sankarshan Prabhu out on Harinam Sankirtan. And it says, tune in, turn on and bliss out, which means that bliss out of this material world into the spiritual world. And there's the Truth Works, which is a series of questions and answers. So when we start any spiritual journey, we get hundreds of questions. And these questions are according to the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. And they're answered according to the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. And they have helped thousands of people around the world to practice Krishna consciousness very sincerely and strictly. And there are many other books there. There's Uttama Bhakti, which is actually based on a seminar Uttama Bhakti was based on a seminar given in Scarborough, ISKCON Scarborough, many years ago. So a series of lectures over many days. So you can, there's anybody who wants to start chanting Hare Krishna, you can get your beads. But they're here for a few more minutes, and then the next program of this session is tomorrow morning. So Thursday morning. Tomorrow is, if you think Purushottam Adhik Mas is special, then imagine how special the Ekadashi of the Purushottam Adhik Mas is. So tomorrow, 1,000 times 1,000, so million times benefit. Anybody who does anything spiritual tomorrow gets a million times benefit. Only the second chance. You'll get another one in 33 months. Nobody knows if we'll be around. So that is there tomorrow morning. There's a Bhagavatam class, which will be at 7:30 a.m. here at ISKCON Toronto. And there will be another Bhagavatam class on Friday morning, the last couple of days of the Purushottam Adhik Mas, also at ISKCON Toronto. And then on Saturday and Sunday, there are a series of programs across the GTA, including 4 different ISKCON centers around the GTA, plus a couple of home programs as well. So if you're interested, please let me know, and please attend. There's a poster that has been posted to the ISKCON Toronto channel for all the Toronto ISKCON Toronto programs, but there are many other programs. There are at least 15 other programs happening in the next few days. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Sudarshan Prabhu here has his phone open. Anybody who is not already on the course, I've been on it 22 years now. So anybody is not on the course, please join. There's absolutely no obligation. There's absolutely no fee whatsoever, but it will help your spiritual journey like nothing ever will. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for your wonderful listening.
I get your newsletter on a regular basis because
What's that?
I get to read your newsletter on a regular basis because of how long
She's on the e-course.
Are you on the e-course? Oh, that's very nice. That's so nice. What's the date?
10th June 2026.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, he has one. He has one.
I'm armed.
Do you have a phone with you? You should sign up for the course.
I did.
Oh, perfect.
Yesterday.
Perfect. Thank you.
I'm doing it under shape, but I should because I have to be at work before 9. I'll try.
Sunday evening, Sunday.
That I do. But I come to the temple every day. Every evening. After work. That's why I do it.
You on my e-course?
I do.
She joined yesterday.
Oh, very good. That's nice.
Hare Krishna. I will be staying here to finish up some deity worship here at the temple. And Sudarshan Prabhu will be taking you.
What's that?
Sudarshan Prabhu will be taking you.
Oh, he's taking me home?
Yes.
He has the keys to get in?
I will give you.
Namaste Narashinghaya. Namaste Narashinghaya. Prahaladadahine. Prahaladadahine. Hiranyakashi Puravakshaha. Hiranyakashi Puravakshaha. Shrilatankanakalaye. Shrilatankanakalaye. Ito Narsingha Bharato Narsingha. Ito Narsingha Bharato Narsingha. Yato yato yami tato Narsingha. Yato yato yami tato Narsingha. Bahir Narsingha Hridaya Narsingha. Bahir Narsingha Hridaya Narsingha. Narsingha Madim Sharanang Prapade. Narsingha Madim Sharanang Prapade. Tava kara kamala varena khamadbhuta shringham. Dalita hiranyakashipurtanu bringha. Keshavadhrita narahari rupa. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Tava kara kamala varena khamadbhuta shringham. Tanu Bringha Keshavadrita Narari Rupa. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Hare Keshavadrita Narari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narsinghadev 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 Jaya Narsinghadev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,